Hey, we're back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. Valerie from the Artesia Public Library joins us. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Jean and Artesia.
Yeah, happy Friday. I don't know if you remember the shuttle Challenger disaster.
Of course I do.
But I saw a story here. This is a Daily Mail story. A piece of the Challenger has been found.
Oh, wow.
In the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Florida, nearly 37 years after the craft exploded, 73 seconds into flight, killing all 7 astronauts aboard. Found by a History Channel documentary diving crew who shared footage of the find with the American Space Agency. NASA confirmed it is a segment of the heat shield that was in the nose cone of the Challenger, marking the first discovery of wreckage from 1986 craft in more than 25 years.
That's amazing. And, of course, it's one of those events that I remember exactly where I was.
Yeah, as do I. Where were you?
I was in school. Like in the classroom. Lots of children were tuned in watching, if you recall.
I do. I'm trying to, how do I ask this question? Were you a student or were you a teacher?
I was a student.
You were a student.
I was a high school student.
Yeah. Wow. We were in Mississippi. We were working at the radio station, and we still had a teletype. And, nowadays nobody knows what that is. It's basically a printer hooked up to a phone line and as the data came in from the AP or the UPI, the printer would print out the news. And I was sitting back in my office, and you were notified of alerts by the bell. And if it rang once or twice, that was a minor alert. That thing went nuts. Ding, 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 ding. And we're like, what is going on? And it's typing out the big word, alert, alert, and then the story of what apparently had happened. And Lana called her mother and said, are you watching TV? And her mother said, yeah, I think the shuttle blew up. And that's kind of how we heard about it, because there were so many people watching that because of the teacher that was on the shuttle, would be the first teacher into space.
That's why it was a big deal for all of the schools to be tuning in.
Yeah, no question about it. But so obviously I'm older than you.
Well, that's okay. I used to be at the bottom end. I used to be the youngest, and now I find myself, I'm a lot of times the oldest in the room. So it's funny how that happens.
Yeah, it does eventually. But yeah, that's just an interesting story that they found a chunk of that off the coast of Florida, and it just amazes me after all this time that it would still be there to be found.
Yes.
Kind of interesting deal. Well, let's see. Where do we want to begin? You've got your calendar of activities, and we're getting close to halfway through the month of November, and Thanksgiving's just around the corner. So where would you like to begin?
We will be closed. Speaking of Thanksgiving, we will be closed that Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Thanksgiving holiday.
Okay.
So just wanted to put that out there and make sure everybody knows. We will be back, of course, the following Monday, the 29th, to be open for regular library hours. I kind of wanted to talk about our children's programs. I know you met our children's librarian a couple of months ago or so, and she is having some wonderful children's programming. We could talk about that again.
Okay.
On Tuesdays at 10 a.m. we have a preschool story time, and that's for ages 3 to 5. And, of course, it includes stories and language activities, and we try to incorporate, of course, STEM activities. There's always a craft. It may or not be STEM-related. It just could be a regular craft, arts and crafts for kids. And then she always has fun children's music to kick off all of her programs, so that's a lot of fun. The idea, of course, to get the little ones reading and to get them playing with other children and learning social skills, of course.
Good. Excellent. Tuesdays at
Yeah.
10.
Tuesdays at 10, preschool story time, ages 3 to 5.
Okay.
Wednesdays at 10, we have a Mother Goose program, and that's for the younger ones. That would be babies up to 3 years old. And, of course, the parent is very interactive with the children during that program. It's more rhymes and stories for the little ones to get them engaged. We use puppets and baby games, and of course that's to encourage brain development and language skills.
Okay.
So that's Wednesdays at 10. Thursdays at 11 a.m. We do another program. It's for the toddlers, 1 to 3, and it involves a lot of music and really playtime, and it gives the kids really an opportunity to bounce around the room and have fun as toddlers do.
Yeah. Bounce around the room.
So yeah, it's more of a free play where we have games and of course music and larger games where they can go around the room and play with things and be social, of course, with the other children.
Yeah. So pretty much 0 to 5 is covered depending on what day of the week it is.
Yes, absolutely. And then on Thursdays at 4 o'clock after school, we have a STEAM after school program, and that's for kindergarten through 6th grade. And we're really, trying to, it's a STEM activity that we choose every week. And so it could be arts and crafts, or it could be Legos, it could be anything out of our mobile STEM center that would include circuitry and robots and coding. So it just varies week to week. I know yesterday they made a really cute Thanksgiving card that involved, arts and crafts.
Mm-hmm.
However, what we did with that, or I should say what Mrs. Neiman did with that is we used circuitry, simple circuitry, that included copper tape, a watch battery, and an LED light. So we lit up the greeting card.
Ah, well, that sounds fun.
So it was a lot of fun. I think they really enjoyed it. And so it teaches a little bit of art and science and circuitry, and that's our goal, to incorporate all of those into our program.
Well, and everything's gotten so much more efficient. I mean, to do the same thing back in the day, you'd have to have one of those chunky batteries.
Right.
An actual wire and a socket and a bulb. And now you're using watch batteries and LEDs. Isn't that, that's just amazing.
Yeah, LEDs with the little wires, your positive and your negative lead, and it's tiny, and you just have to line up the positive and the negative with the positive and negative going to the battery. So,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we're using copper tape to do that. We're not using actual, wires.
Right. Yeah, that's
So,
very intriguing.
It is interesting, very interesting stuff. So,
Yeah.
we're doing that every week until spring. So lots of opportunities for the little kids to come in, and for the kids that are in school to come in on Thursdays.
And that's on Thursdays, 4 o'clock. No charge for any of these programs, right?
No, everything at the library is always free and open to the public. You do not have to have a library card to come to our events or either. So if you don't have a library card and that's holding you back, don't let that hold you back.
That's right. But while you're there,
But yeah, while you're there, you can certainly get a library card.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's
and that leads us to our wonderful collection of materials. We have materials for all age groups. We have a wonderful collection of books in our children's area, which is also full of puzzles, and we have a little kitchenette where the little kids can play like they're baking or cooking or cleaning, and they really enjoy that. And we have tables to sit at, and we have cubby holes where you can sit and read. And of course, we have board books for the little kids, and picture books, and nonfiction, and popular authors, of course. And then that area serves children up to 12 years old.
Well, that's awesome. And so if you've got kids, you need to get them interested, get them to the library, and I'm sure they'll settle in on one or two programs that they enjoy, or maybe they'll just grab a book and sit in the corner.
Yes, and if there's something that we don't have that you would like, we are always open to recommendations and suggestions, so don't be afraid to talk to the staff.
That's right. So, well, good. Is there anything else coming up you want to share with us, or did we kind of cover everything?
Yeah, we just have our, for the adults, we have our Dungeons and Dragons. I've seen a couple more people are coming. That's every Monday at 2, and then every other Friday at 3, we have a magic card play. That's another role-playing game, kind of like the game of strategy and role-playing like Dungeons and Dragons. And then we have our 2 book clubs that are going on every third Monday at noon and every last Thursday of the month. That's going to be bumped up to the 17th of this month because we are closed for Thanksgiving.
That's right. So, so what is that we're bumping up? That's the
Kitchlit Book Club.
Okay. And what was that book again?
That book is the Sweet Potato Queen's Book of Love.
Sweet Potato. I wrote it down on last month's sheet, but I didn't get it transferred over.
Yeah.
Sweet Potato Queen's
Book of Love.
Book of Love. Okay. And then okay, so and then you're on the 21st you have your noon book club. What is that book for this month?
That book is The Happiest Man on Earth, and it is a memoir from an Auschwitz survivor.
Okay.
I just finished reading it a couple days ago, and this gentleman lived to be 101. He did pass away last fall, and it's an interesting read, and it's really the kind of book that, although it's really a sad subject matter, I enjoy, learning from it.
Sure. So that's the Noon Book Club, which will meet on the 21st. But if you want to get that book, check it out and read that. You still have some time to get that done. And if you're on the Kitchlit schedule, it'll be on the 17th, not the 24th, and it's the Sweet Potato Queen Book of Love. So.
Yes, and we have Yarn United. If you like to, if you want to learn how to crochet or knit, you can come to our noon Yarn United, and that's every other Wednesday.
Every other Wednesday. Very good. Well, cool. Well, we're going to go and get to the news because I just found out that I have another phone interview in a few minutes that I didn't know about.
All right. Well, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. And if you're not working due to the holiday, the library is open.
Very good. Good place to go. All right. Valerie, thank you so much, and you have a great weekend.
You too. Bye now.
Bye-bye. We're going to take a break for some news. I think, if I'm